Alright, guys, so for my persuasive topic, I wanted to talk about the positive and mainly negative impacts of young children's development when it comes to technology. So there's three main focuses that I want to talk about. The first one is going to be the social development skills that it impairs. The next one is the mental health issues that the excessive use of technology brings. And the third one is going to be the physical health issues that it brings. So to start off, a lot of people don't see it. I mean, in this world now that I believe, is overrun by technology, a kid starts crying, a kid starts complaining, you quickly see a parent give them a tablet, an iPhone, anything electronic, anything with a digital screen to keep them busy. And yeah, sure, that might solve the problem of the kid crying in the restaurant or crying somewhere in public, but it's not a real solution. It's a temporary solution, and it's not the best one to go to. The reason I'm saying this and I chose to do my topic about this is because I see it more and more every day. Even in the library, there's less kids in libraries, and even if they are, they're interacting. I mean, with computers or tablets, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it all starts coming into play when their social skills are lacking. So some of the kids may become more isolated from communicating if they're both at a library. One of them's on their phone, the other one's on their phone. Whether they're reading or playing educational games. I know educational games are a big thing now in the school systems as well. They try to promote technology because, like I said, it's what's running the world right now. But it does have its fair share of side effects. Um, some kids can lose the touch of conversating with other peers, of listening, and just engaging in peer to peer contact. It's very simple to look down on your phone, spend hours a day on it, and lose track of time, lose track of what's actually around you. So, um, social skills, I believe, take a negative toll when it comes to children using technology. The next topic that I want to talk about when it comes to children using technology is the mental health effects that it takes on them. So I don't know if you guys have noticed it or not. I have a couple of family members that have gone through this, and it can be pretty frustrating to just watch. So, for example, my little cousin, he's 6 years old. He's very anxious, has a lot of mood swings, gets frustrated easily, and goes into this kind of depression when technology is removed, even as far as the TV goes. If there's no TV, if there's no iPhone, if there's no iPod, he doesn't know what to do with himself. Back in my day, we would just go outside, play in the mud, play outside, play in the pool, find something to do. So it really puts a block on their interactions with nature itself, with the world itself. Um, and this comes to play a mental health issue when it comes to their frontal lobe with all their emotions. It just creates muscle memory in the brain, and it impedes the kids from thinking on their own, from thinking of what else to do. Like if there's not some instructional video of them to watch of what to do, they have trouble thinking of what's next. What can I do to keep distracted? And that brings me to my next topic: distractions. The kids, it does, like I said, some people may use it for educational purposes, which can improve cognitive health, but at the same time, it can impair it. Like I said, it'll prevent them from thinking on their own. They're just going to be watching videos, instructional videos, and it's not necessarily the best thing. The imagination, there's a big imagination block that's put into the kids um, as far as thinking on their own. As far as thinking on their own, the next thing I want to talk about was the health issues that the overuse of technology causes in children. And the main two topics I want to talk about were obesity and sleeping deprivation. So I've seen that firsthand from my little brother. Um, he gets on his phone, say 1 to 2, 3 hours at a time, gets off, goes eats, gets back on his phone, starts watching Netflix all night, stays up just to finish his last episode of whatever show he may be watching, and it becomes an addiction. That's the main topic I want to take. I want to give to the audience to take from this is that technology can easily become an addiction, especially as a child, especially when you're developing your learning habits. all of that. If you always have that technology with you, it becomes a habit, it becomes a part of you. It's basically integrated into your brain that you need that peace to not feel empty, to not feel lonely, to not feel these emotional side effects, to not feel as dumb. You can Google anything and everything that you want, and you'll have an instant gratification to the answer that you're looking for. Um, and that's just something that, I mean, back then, you ask someone else, you communicate with someone else. If they don't know the answer, you can go to the library, search it up. You can go to the computer maybe, but it's not that instant gratification or dissatisfaction of not having the answer when you want it, when you need it. And bedtime, how I was talking about sleeping. Bedtime, you got to take the kids' phones away. They might throw a tantrum, turn off the TV. It's just really hard to put your siblings or family members who are addicted to this technology overrun lifestyle. And it's just, in my personal experience, uh, I would say it's a negative impact. Child technology overuse has a negative impact on their overall human development, and I like to see less of it. I wouldn't be. I have nothing against technology, but me as a brother and cousin, I always try to keep the kids distracted, keep them going outside, keep them from doing outdoor stuff that'll keep their heads running, that'll keep their minds churning. That way they can develop their own skills and not just have to Google everything and just YouTube everything. You can learn from me, you can learn from your parent, you can learn from your grandparents, anything like that. And I hope if you take anything away from this speech is that I'm trying to promote the less use of technology in everyday life, because I know even as adults we use it, check our emails, check our phones, even if no one's texting, and you feel that safety net of socializing, but it's not necessary, and we shouldn't let it ruin our lives or run our lives per se. I hope you enjoyed my speech and come to see technology in the light that I've shed to it. Thank you.